Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sunrise Signal, your trail-tested podcast for those of you that want information before trail stops. So we're going to give you some Overland news here. My name is Michael Hayden. I'm with All Over Overland, and this is a morning segment that we are doing called the Sunrise Signal. It's going to be brought to you at least once a week. Every once in a while, you're going to get more than one. We've got Memorial Weekend coming up. A lot of traveling out there, a lot of things going on, and we're going to bring those fire alerts, weather alerts, and just overall overland news to you. My iPad's falling down. We're going to mix in some other things. You know how I am. You know, it's all about going down a rabbit hole every once in a while. But what we're first going to look at, and the way these shows are going to work, is we're going to first look at kind of a weather outlook at first, because most of you are either planning your trip, getting ready to walk out the door, or you're listening to this while you're on said trip, and you may be going across multiple states and maybe unaware of the weather that's out there. Sometimes I look, sometimes I don't. I just kind of sometimes go, which is when weather usually sneaks up on you. So across the United States, so the desert Southwest is still roasting. It's still pretty hot. Bring shade water. And especially in southern Nevada and Arizona, I guess it's going to be hotter there. Rocky Mountain snow is still hanging on in Colorado and Wyoming high passes. So as you're going across some of those high passes, be aware you may run into some snow and some slick roads. The Midwest storms will be active through Saturday. Watch out around Kansas and Springfield. I will tell you with that, I know that our weather forecasters here in Oklahoma, because that's where I'm based out of now is Oklahoma, have been freaking out today saying that it's going to be a very volatile day in Oklahoma. I guess it's going to be Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, like that whole, Tornado Alley area from now until Sunday. So be aware of that if you're going out. I got a lot of friends out here, so just be careful. The PNW mornings are back. PNW mornings are back and dry. Great camping weather from Bend to Bellingham. It's funny that it's Bellingham. That's where Sarah's at. So yeah, I guess the weather's good. I mean, the little time that I was up in Washington on my way here, the weather was amazing. I got to say, really, really nice. Yeah, we might have to make trips out there to go and check things out. But anyway, so that's kind of your weather forecast on this. Just, make sure that you've got your maps downloaded. Make sure that you've already, kind of got a forecast of where you're at, where you're headed, where you're going, everything along the way, so that you're kind of aware, especially if you're camping out all the time. If you're in hotels, then you've got some security. So we've also got to talk about the fire watch for the United States, Canada, and Alaska. I need to add more weather for the Canada and Alaska part. I will do that in the next update. But for now, it's kind of what we got. I didn't think that through until I got to the fire part. So let's talk flames and restrictions. Alaska always has fires. Alaska has over 1.5 million acres that are scorched. Red flag warnings near Tok and Delta Junction. So you got red flag warnings. I know that whenever I was there, anytime it was kind of dry, you had some kind of flag warning. With the fires there, no joke. If they get out of control, then you got major problems. The Kenai, I want to say it was in 2019, I think is what they told me, had a major fire that burned like a lot of the peninsula. So just keep that in mind when you're out doing everything. Canada is seeing early intensity. So fires in the Alberta and British Columbia are already affecting popular off-grid routes. So pay attention. If you see, like if you're not logged in and you haven't, like, of course you're going to see this when you get back, but if you see smoke in the air, your spidey senses should be going off. Come back. Don't keep going. Come back. In the lower 48, Montana, Idaho, and Northern California are under moderate fire dangers. Heads up, bans are in effect across multiple BLM sites in Utah. Don't be that guy with a camp photo this week. So we will be watching you, and we will be, everybody out there, if you see some camp pictures and you know that they're not in the right place, I want to say call them out, but also I kind of feel weird about it. Call them out. So travel alerts. Before you hit the trail, the Cascade Lake Scenic Byway in Oregon remains closed due to late snow. We're in May. Okay. I-40 detours continue in northern Arizona. Construction delays near Flagstaff. I'm pretty sure most everybody has left the Overland Expo West, but I'm sure that was a nightmare because that was probably happening during that. Moab is slammed. You'll need to arrive before lunch to secure or to score a decent dispersed site. So if you're in the Moab area, I guess it's pretty packed. I don't know if they have stragglers from like all the events that go out there, but it says that it's packed. And if you want a dispersed site, you need to find camp before lunch. Pro tip: it's popular, it's packed. Time to start exploring the BLM back pages. So yeah, if you go to some of your popular places and it's full and it's packed, it's Memorial Weekend. All of your state and probably national campsites are going to be full. So you're going to need to find alternative camping sites if you're going out this weekend. Some of my friends, we compare this to like St. Patrick's Day or even New Year's Eve. It's amateur night. Don't be caught drinking and driving. There's a lot of people that know what they're doing. Same way with camping. Unfortunately, on big holidays, we want people to get out. It's not that we don't want people out. It's just sometimes they're not the best stewards of what's going on. So we've got some Overland news and trail talk. So on the gear drop side, Midland Radio has just released. I'm a big fan of Midland. They were a sponsor of the channel for a long time. Maybe they'll come back. Who knows? But I've got the 575 MXT in my truck right now, and they've actually got a let's look at this. Midland just released a new MXT 575 Adventure Bundle. Big fan of. Includes waterproof handheld and magnetic antenna for dual rig setups. Could be a big win for convoy style travelers. So yeah, bundles are always nice. You get extra things with it. I'm a big fan of this 575. It's a 50 watt. I think that's right. 50 whatever. It's one of the more powerful ones that you can get. And I haven't had anybody that outran me that was talking to me that I couldn't hear. It's always been the other way around. So keep that in mind. It's a good radio. I also like handhelds. Handhelds, I think, are very, very good. They have the X-Talkers, so check those out. Story from the trail. So we got a story from the trail. Shout out to Jess and Tom of Wisconsin. They rolled their 95 4Runner into Alaska last week after 6,000 miles. No rooftop tent, no, just a foam pad, a dream, 2 dogs, and they said that their favorite night was in a random Yukon gravel pit. That's the spirit of it, guys. That is the spirit of this. Just get out and do it. These people are doing it without probably near half the stuff that we go out with usually. Community note: the Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route is partially reopened. So sections of it were previously closed from last year's floods and are now rideable. Check out the BDR site for GPX updates. Well, that's good news. Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route, which was been partially closed, is partially reopened. So check that out. You can find great information online about that. Again, that's going to be your BDR for Colorado, and then just get some GPX updates for that. Let's see. Trail tip of the day. So the trail tip of the day is keep a 10-liter jerry can. Wait a minute. Let me back up. I'm not reading that right. Too much reading in the morning for me is not good. Keep a 10-liter Jerry of clean water for gear, not just for drinking, rinsing off mud-caked brakes, and spraying off your hands after the repair can be a time saver. So the tip of the day is just stay clean. Keep some, you can do the clean water. I mean, that works for some of that stuff. I'm a big fan of the Dude wipes, or anything like that that's got the moisture in it, you know, like a moist towelette. I think those are great for hands. Does create trash. Water for that is wasteful also, because you use so much more water than you would with your hands. So again, these come from ChatGTP. They scan the internet for great tips, great news, great things. Some of them I might not always 100% agree with. Water's always good to have. Anyway, you can watch things later. That's the way I feel. I appreciate you guys being on here. Stay tuned. Once a week we'll have these. Also on Sundays, I will release on the Overland, all over Overland Instagram page, my rig wisdoms. And I don't have a rig wisdom for you today. I'll have to work on that a little bit for the segments. These are kind of new. But yeah, check those out over on the Instagram page. I'll usually do at least 5, so that'll get you through the work week. And I put them all there at one time. You can look at them right then, or, you know, each day. I think the next one will cycle through your feed if you just kind of watch it. If you're if you're subscribed. So go subscribe, like, follow, do all that stuff. Real time is happening. I just started getting the hiccups. Maybe because I talked about it, they're gone. Anyway, part of my daily routine here, going through all the stuff. So yeah, looks like we've gone through most of that stuff. Very good. I kind of like these sunrise signals. I like getting up in the morning and talking to you guys. Cup of coffee. And sometimes maybe some breakfasts. What do you guys think? Are you guys cool with me being in the truck doing this? It's just kind of, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of easy and I can control it pretty good. We are in Oklahoma, obviously. I'm in Bethany. I'm over by Lake Overholser right now, so that's kind of where I'm at doing this. Probably a lot of the times that's where I'll be doing this. But anyway, I'm rambling around. You guys have things to do. Go camp, go do things. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all over. Have a good one.